How long have the two of them been friends?
A long time. They had school from first grade.
Oh, okay. And they're how old now? 9?
I'm 9.
9.
All right, so you've been friends for a couple of years, right?
Yeah.
All right, so at some point there was a sleepover at Ms. Appleworth's, correct?
Yes.
Right, and what happened?
Hi, Your Honor. My name is Diana Koo. Today I'm suing because my kids become infected by Veronica's mom eyeliner.
But how did that happen?
So they are best friends. Usually they had a sleepover together.
Okay.
And that was before picture day at school. I was at work and the nurse called me from school. They said I need to pick up my daughter. So I didn't.
Because what?
Yeah, because she has infected, she has a horrible eye.
Okay, so she
Red
had an eye infection, the nurse told you.
Yes.
Okay, go on.
So when I went to school, I saw my daughter, she has a red eye, and it was horrible.
Okay.
So immediately, we are going to the doctor, and doctor checked up her eyes and took us some medication, eye drops, and
And the doctor told you that it was infected?
Yes.
Why is that her fault?
So I called Veronica's mom and said, what's happened? Why did you did not care about my kid?
Yeah, but I don't understand. So how do you suppose that the eye infection is her fault? How did the eye infection happen? Do you know?
So it was a personal eyeliner, I think. Yes.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna ask Lucy. Lucy,
Yes,
what
Your
happened
Honor.
here? You went over there, you slept over, and what happened?
Your Honor, since my mom didn't know what was happening, I know everything. So basically, we had a sleepover and we woke up really early because we had a picture day and we were really excited. And we talked, and while Veronica's mom was making dinner, she told us to go brush our teeth, and Veronica took the other bathroom, so I didn't know where to go, and then Veronica's mom told me to go in her bathroom.
Okay.
And I waited while Veronica's mom, she started to clean up all the makeup, because my mom knows I cannot have makeup because I'm really young, so.
You're how old?
I'm 9.
Okay, go on.
So, and then the door was like open, like a little bit of open space, and I saw, like I peeked a little, and I saw that she put all of her makeup and stuff into her drawer. So then she told me it was clear and I could go inside and brush my teeth. So once I went in, I quickly brushed my teeth, and before anyone could know, I took the eyeliner because there was like a prize at the school if you get the best picture. And
Oh, goodness.
So,
okay.
yeah.
The last 2 sentences are wrong on so many levels. I can't believe the school is offering a prize for the best picture. That's exactly what you don't want to value. All right, so you took Veronica's mom's eyeliner?
Yes.
You stole the eyeliner?
Well, basically, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So, Lucy, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think bad.
Yeah, okay, so you realize that's bad. So when does Veronica find out that you stole her mother's eyeliner?
So at school,
The next morning?
Yes, the next morning.
Okay, picture day.
I told her to go to the bathroom with me after recess, and then I took out the eyeliner, and then Veronica saw that it was her mom's because it looked exactly the same, and she's seen her mom use it.
Right. Well,
So
and
then-
did you tell her, yeah, I took it from your mom's drawer?
Yes, I
Okay,
told
so
her.
everybody knows where it came from. All right, so go on, and then what happens?
Then Veronica told me why did I have it, and I told her because since there was a prize, we would have won. So, and then I told her if we could put it on each other.
This is why you don't offer a prize, but go on. So then what, Veronica, let's talk to you a second. What's going on here? So you're in the bathroom and she shows you that she stole your mother's eyeliner, and what's your reaction?
I said, "What are you doing with my mom's eyeliner?" I was so surprised because Lucy, I knew her mom was very strict and that she doesn't allow her to have makeup. And I was surprised that she took it because...
Well, that's actually when you take it, when your
Yeah.
mom doesn't let you have it.
Yeah.
That's when you go out and take it. It makes perfect sense from where I'm standing, but I get that you don't get it. All right,
Yeah.
so she has the eyeliner, and you realize right away it's your mom's, right?
Yeah, because I've seen my mom put it on.
And then whose idea was it to put it on for picture day?
It was Lucy's. At first I said no, but then she like brought up the prize thing, and I said, okay, I'll
What
do
was
it.
the prize, by the way?
Like a little trophy.
Oh my goodness. Y'all got to talk to the school. This is like insanity. What they're trying to, promote and value is how someone looks. That's exactly what the school shouldn't be doing. All right, for goodness sake. All right, so prize, big prize, and so you decide you're going to put eyeliner. Can I ask you kids a question? Because I know that sometimes 9-year-olds don't have a lot of foresight. They don't see into the future and think things through. But don't you think that your moms are gonna see that your picture on picture day had eyeliner? Lucy?
I didn't think of that, but
Yeah, you didn't think that far ahead. But your mom was gonna be mad, right?
yeah, I knew
That your
that.
pictures, which she probably would want to share with all the relatives and send all over and buy a bunch of, all of a sudden have eyeliner on them. So you were gonna get caught.
Well, my plan was to wash off the eyeliner.
Yeah, you weren't going to get caught that day. You were going to get caught when the pictures showed up, right? Because you'd have eyeliner on in the picture. You still hadn't thought about that, had you? Even today, I don't think you've thought about that. All right, so what happened to your eye? Tell me about your eye, how it got infected.
So my eye got infected because my mom never lets me use makeup, so my skin really got like weird. It started hurting, and I started like to rub it, and it started itching. So since Veronica, she uses like makeup once in a week and like to special events, so her skin's used to eyeliner.
But here's the thing that I'm trying to grasp. Mrs. Appleworth, can you tell me, did you have any idea that she had taken the makeup?
No. She was yelling at me that I got her daughter sick and she had an eye infection after she spent the night at my house.
Did she tell you anything about eyeliner, or she didn't?
No, she didn't mention. She's like, oh, you did not take care of the girls, and now my daughter is in the hospital. I had to take her to the doctor and all that. And then I talked to Veronica about it, and she elaborated for me that it's because she had an eye infection from
From
the
eyeliner.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
did you ever call her back and talk to her and tell her, are you two friends or not really?
Well,
We have friendly relationships.
Okay, that was awkward. All right.
our daughter's a friend. She's super strict for a mother. She doesn't let her daughter do anything that a normal child does. She doesn't let her daughter run. She doesn't let her daughter, do anything that normal kids do.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I guess you think she's too permissive and she should be watching more. But what exactly do you feel she should have done that would have stopped your daughter from stealing eyeliner? Because it sounds like, according to Lucy, you went in there and picked up all the makeup and put it in a drawer.
Yeah, knowing that she's not allowed to be around makeup and all that, so I put it away just to make sure she wasn't
And then you
around
said,
it.
go ahead, and your feeling is what? What did she do wrong in terms of supervision? Because what do you do when the two, do they ever have sleepovers at your house?
Yeah.
Okay, and do you stare at them the whole time?
No.
No, right? Because they're 9. If you have 2 1-year-olds, you got to stare at them. If you have 2 4-year-olds, you got to stare at them. I don't know what age you stop staring. But as they get older, you stop staring, right? You're watching, you're there, you can hear, you go in, you check on them, but that's your responsibility. That's what a responsible person does. How is she? Did you expect her to stare at your daughter when your daughter is in the bathroom and keep her eyes on her? Right. So your daughter did a bad thing. She's not a bad kid. She did a bad thing. She stole someone's makeup and then got an infection. How is that Ms. Appleworth's fault? What did she do wrong?
Just clear.
Sounds awful when I say it, right? Like when I say it, you're wondering, why am I here? Why did I file this lawsuit, right? Because, I mean, she did everything right. She didn't do anything wrong.
So I just thought that she did not.
Supervise? Why? What did she do wrong? Because unless you think she's supposed to be, unless she has to stare at your daughter while your daughter pee-pees and brushes her teeth and everything, and she has to stay in the bathroom and look at her, that's the only way. That's the only other thing she could have done. You don't think that, right? You don't think she had to do that. So tell me what she did wrong. You know what? I'm going to take you out of your misery. Because you can't tell me what she did wrong because she didn't do anything wrong. She didn't. I'm sorry that she got an infection. I think she learned her lesson. Did you learn your lesson, Lucy?
Yeah.
I know. All right, so she learned her lesson. It was an expensive lesson for Mom, but it's the lesson Lucy had to learn at Lucy's mom's cost, not at Ms. Appleworth. My verdict in this case is for the defendant.
To be fair, it doesn't even matter whether your eyes or your skin is used to makeup or is not. It's still a personal product that you use. It's like, in a way, it's like a toothbrush. So this is why everything that's concerning the eye makeup, your eyeshadows or your eyeliners, your pencils, your mascara, never, ever, ever share with anyone. These are your private items, and they're only for a personal use. What did you guys think about this particular case? Do you think the defendant should have supervised better, or do you think she did everything she could and that's on plaintiff? Please put it in the comments below, and thank you for watching.